it. Yay! There we go.
We're live.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. I think we're going to be laughing probably a bit here, you know, and I believe Kazbat. So as you can see, we've got the lovely Kazbat, we've got lovely Jane, we've got lovely Lorraine. Thank you for coming. And
I'm
we've
so
got
humbled to be here.
Oh, you are so welcome to be here. You're so welcome. I've picked you all from the heart, and I'll be a wee soppy one. But I picked the people that I wanted, you know, not the people that have been like spent 5 years on Reddit, and that's not meant as an insult to anyone because you know,
No.
I love you all.
No.
But on some of the Mam-A-Thons, I've got the fancy people. They've got all the you know, Jane, what I'm talking about, all the ones,
experts,
all the ones.
they have all
yeah. But we get by. We know what we need to know, and we're the support behind all that. Yeah. So this is really great, and I can't believe I'm doing Mam-A-Thon. So it's fantastic that you are all here, and I really appreciate it. So are you all well? I know I said hi and all that, but we'll start with Kazbat. Are you well today? How are you, honey?
Absolutely fine. It's a beautiful day. I already have a few cans of wife beater in the fridge for later. We're having fajitas for dinner. It's very exciting.
Kazbat, where are you from? Sorry?
I'm from the northeast of England.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're like in the Newcastle area? Like that?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm in Cowdenbeath in Fife. In Scotland?
In Scotland.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Scotland.
Yeah, you're no far. Hi, everybody in the chat as well. Hi, everybody in the chat. Nice are all coming on.
You would never tell from my accent, though, right?
No. So how come you ended up in Fife then?
Oh, okay. I can dive deep into that. We'll take 20 seconds. My dad.
I'll time
my dad. My dad's from Fife. I was born in Glasgow. My family moved to Canada. I found my dad on Facebook 4.5 years ago. Moved back to Fife and am now in Fife looking after my father. He's going to be 81 years old this year.
Wow.
So
fantastic.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, thank you.
And how are you, Jane? How are you today?
Good. Yes, I've been up very early this morning because I've been moderating for quite a few people.
You've been a busy.
You have. So I've been up very early.
Try and relax when you're here and just let everybody.
Yes, I am now. I took a break. I went and had a shower and got something to eat quickly.
Good. But, and where's Jane from?
I'm from the northwest of England, so
northwest. Cheshire. Okay. Right. Okay.
And how are you, Lorraine? I don't need to ask you where you're from because you've just told us.
I'm from all over the world. Born in Glasgow, grew up in Canada, and living in Fife. Yep. I just found out yesterday I had a TIA. Do you know what that is? So.
Yeah,
and it's really funny. Sharon, you and I did that video on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I noticed like a big droop in my mouth. I sent the video to my doctor.
Right.
And we did like a live chat with my doctor, and he goes, "Yeah, you've had a TIA." So I had a mini stroke.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm fine though. It is horrible, but I'm fine. I would like to send a what do you call it? A PSA, a
public service announcement.
Public service, whatever. Yeah. So I have. We lost somebody. I have lupus. I've been told by my doctor that my drugs are in depletion. I have to cut my drugs in half until we can get them back up. So I have to cut my drugs in half because of something a moron said on TV and said, oh, hydroxychloroquine, this is going to give you, what you need to get to combat this virus that we're all dealing with. I've had to cut my drugs in half because I have lupus.
Yeah.
I need this drug. So there's my announcement to you people. Do not take this drug unless your doctor prescribes it. No. And so, and then we can just go on to whatever else we need to talk about.
Well, but I'm glad you've made it here. I'm glad you've made it here, even though you're not feeling great. It's great that you came here. So.
I felt like a piece of
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the last couple of. Yeah.
So I'm like something.
But you know that I wanted to say it, but I stopped myself.
I know.
You did?
So
Commend you.
Jane's having technical problems.
Okay.
And it's a wee shame. She's just got here and then she's away. But believe it or not, there's 19 people watching. So hello,
hey,
19
hi, everybody.
people.
Hello.
It's a big time here,
Sharon, and before you start your video about Teresa, oh my god, I was crying the entire time. I watched it 2 or 3 times, and oh my god, I'm already tearing up just thinking about it again. That video that you posted about Teresa, there's a couple of things that I want to say about it. It's like, okay, thank you for that memorial that you just did, but there are so many things in that video. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we knew that she traveled to this country or that country, like
Australia,
and but we didn't know how many volunteer organizations that she was involved in.
Yeah,
and like I said, I'm crying. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. It was amazing. I told you on Tuesday when we did our live video, it's like, I want to know more about Teresa. And you posted that video and I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much, because that's exactly what we want to know about Teresa. And I want to thank you for that. I really do.
You're welcome. It's for Teresa,
It opens my heart and it also broke my heart. But
I get it. See, you're welcome. You're all welcome. And I'm sorry that everybody ended up in tears about it. But it is sad. It is sad, and it's like, it shouldn't be a case of we're all just for Stephen and Brendan, or, oh my God, I hate Stephen and Brendan because they killed Teresa. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't be that. It should be, it's a loss for them all, and we should try and remember Teresa, So, but I was going to say, you watched Kazbat, you watched it away at the beginning, like me. You were right in there. You were like going full guns. And that was before you had a channel, but you were just talking about personal stuff. Is that right? Away back then? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you weren't doing the sort of true crimey things. I mean, I love your channel. See, if you're wanting great stuff, go on Kazbat's channel and just go over there and you'll see some amazing videos.
Just have a look, because there's loads of variety. I do all sorts of different things. So it's...
Yeah. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so you I was there. So you were away at the beginning, but you used to watch Erekose and used to watch all the videos and all the people and all that sort of thing. But you knew that it was too much. It got too much, and there was just no outcome. Is that right?
The thing is that there's so much information. First of all, I never did anything on Making a Murderer because there were so many other good creators already doing that. Why do I want to add another one to the mix? I'm just another person with another opinion, and there were so many good people. I would rather that they did it, not me. It's that simple. Also, the rabbit hole on the Dassey and Brendan Dassey and Stephen Avery case is huge. It's just huge. There's a lot of speculation, but there's a lot of evidence, a lot of very muddy information. And it was just something that would have taken us so long. I just couldn't bring myself to even look at it anyway. So there were two very good reasons. It doesn't mean I've never had an interest in the case. I absolutely have, absolutely followed it, absolutely been passionate about it, but I just chose never to cover it.
See, I think you and I are very much the same, because I was like, I don't want to go away and do, what's the point of me saying the same thing as they're saying? I can go away and do my own thing when the time pulls me in, and I'll do my own videos for things, it's like, I think you need to, I think if you're like that and you think, oh, what's the point? Not what's the point as in that it's not important, but just, there's no point rehashing, because it is kind of like rehashing the same thing as everybody else is saying.
Absolutely.
So, but the difference is that some people gravitate to different personalities and they'll listen to the person coming across that way. So, I mean, when you look at the fact that, some people go over to Laura, Purple, you okay, Lorraine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right.
You okay?
Yeah. No, I'm just looking for the link to post it on my Facebook and Twitter account.
Okay.
No,
you didn't look well. I thought you didn't look well.
I let's talk about I live in Scotland. I'm doing quite well, thank you very much. I'm so thankful to be living in Scotland as opposed to some other countries in the world. So I'm fine. I'm fine. Good.
Okay. Right, I'll go back to Kazbat. So different personalities. Some people might listen to, you, whereas, I mean, you try and do different cases that people aren't. Well, look at the whole Chris Watts thing. I don't want to talk about him, because you and I are the same. It's like, don't give him any airtime. We've all been there, done that. But look how many people just went on the bandwagon, huge channels, just went crazy. And then there's people like yourself that did some videos about him, but you were supporting like Mummy Ramblings, and I mean her channel, I love her. If anyone's never went over to see Mummy Ramblings, you definitely need to go over to her channel, because it's like, I love watching her. But I always end up missing the lives. I miss the lives and end up getting.
Well, it's because she's on a daft o'clock for us.
I know.
O'clock in the morning. Yeah.
So I always feel like I'm left out. I'm like, I'm watching it in the record, like the rewatch, So.
I like the stupid o'clock, but daft o'clock is good.
Daft o'clock, yeah.
Sorry, Kazbat, what were you going to say there? You were going to say
what I was saying was that the stuff that I covered, I decided to cover things that were interesting to me, because I think if you don't have the same passion for the subject, and I think that comes across when you make it. If you create as just churning out the same old stuff over and over, you can tell that they're bored with it. I think it's inauthentic. Further to that, I wanted to do the Jane Does because I want to try and bring attention to people and things that have been forgotten about. Back to this case, people watched it on Netflix and forgot about it, but these people are still in prison. It's things like that people forget about, and you have whatever the hot crime of the moment is, such as at the moment we've got Lorraine Bell and Letitia Stout, who are very much front and force of what crimes are going on, and there are people who follow current crime, but I like to remind people of things that maybe have been forgotten.
Yeah. That's good. That is good. I mean, I do like I've done a few videos on victims and stuff, and that's what I want to do, but it's like, it's hard, what it's like, Kaz, but it's like when you get into these stories and you go, oh God, you get not too attached, but you can get too emotionally involved.
It's emotionally difficult. Yes, it is.
Because to do a good job, you have to really be heartfelt in it, So, and that I can see that's why some people have went and done particularly Brendan stories. A lot of more people are moved by Brendan Dassey than Stephen. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect to Steve, but a lot of people that were really on the guilter side have changed because they're just like, actually. I mean, do you think that, Jane? Jane, as well? Do you think that?
And I think a lot of it is if you're a mother, because you can relate to the fact how young he was.
Yeah.
And with him being 16, because that was one of the things for me. It was the fact that as a mother, I just couldn't believe what he was going through, you know, and it touched me not only, you know, as a human being, but as a mother.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think everybody saw him go through that horrendous coercive interview. And you can see what's happening there. That doesn't take rocket science. I can't believe that anybody would ever say that he wasn't coerced. He was. He absolutely was. That annoys me to this day.
Yeah.
I'm still right.
Absolutely. I agree.
And Sharon, I said this to you on Tuesday when we did our thing. I can't imagine how I would feel if this was my child. Like let's talk about Teresa, one thing, but then let's talk about what Brendan went through. I have a son. He's 28 years old now, but regardless, if he was in that position, I would do everything in my power. The fact that he was not given a lawyer, a parent, or an advocate to be sitting in that room with him when this interrogation was going on, that blows my mind. But I mean, okay, so all of my friends here are in the United Kingdom. We're all in the United Kingdom. Would that happen in the United Kingdom? That, like, you're not allowed a spokesperson, you're not allowed a lawyer, you're not allowed a parent? Is this allowed in the United Kingdom?
No, it's not allowed.
No,
I mean, but they weren't. It's not like as if Brendan wasn't allowed. He just didn't. Well, he just didn't understand know that he was. Yeah, he didn't understand that he was.
No, but
he could have had.
But you know what? It's not on Brendan to understand this. This is on law enforcement to say, why aren't you asking for a lawyer? Why aren't you asking for a parent? This should not be on Brendan. Brendan was 16 years old and he was a minor. Yeah. So why is law enforcement not saying you should have a parent in this room with you? You should have a lawyer in this room with you. This, you know what? And I hate it when people put it on Brendan.
Yeah.
Because it's not Brendan's fault.
No.
Well, the reason for that is really apparent. It's because they wanted to get him in the room without an adult or without.
Exactly.
And they certainly weren't. And they certainly weren't going to offer it up.
No. And it just happened to be the day his mother was in court. I think it was a divorce court. So the day they brought him in for questioning.
Yeah, exactly. And don't you think that's a little bit convenient that she couldn't be available that day? That was the day that they decided to interrogate him. And oh, sorry. Okay, and we can get back to this later, but the one thing about this case that really bothers me more than anything, how did Ryan get her calendar? How?
Day planner.
We can go back to that. But how the hell did he get her day planner? That is the one thing, and I know Kathleen Zellner has brought it up. And Buting and Strang brought it up after the fact. How the hell? We can go back to that. But let's talk about Brendan and the interrogation, because he was not being represented. He had he was bulldozed by these men, these two men, Wiegert and what the hell is the other guy's name? I can't remember his name.
Fassbender.
Yeah, fact bender, as we like to call him.
Fact bender. I know.
Yeah. But he was.
I like all the names that everybody's got. I think my favourite name is the name that Paul Capaldi has for Peg Lagenslager. He calls her Peg Lagenslager.
I've seen that.
Lagenslager, because she got done for I think she got done for drunk driving or something like that. So he calls her Lagenslager instead of Lagenslager.
Flag and Swagger. Yeah, I love it.
Oh dear. So
yeah,
I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm belly laughing right now, and I can't stop.
Oh God. Well, while you're laughing, what were you going to say, Kazbat? I'll let you go.
I was just going to say that we were talking about the interrogation. These two experienced interrogators in a room with a young boy.
Yeah.
And it's never more clear than when they're trying to prompt him to say how Teresa died or how they believe Teresa died. And he gets up and goes, who shot her in the head? Because he couldn't get him to see it because he's guessing 12 months of Sunday how this happened because they're trying to get him to give an answer. And he didn't know because he doesn't know.
What happened to her head? Or, 20 different places and then cut the hair. And
punched her, slit her throat, cut her hair. And then it wasn't until we got offered it up, he said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times the kids, if you've got like two kids there and you'll say to them, who done that? They would say, he done it. He done it.
Of course.
It's a natural reaction. I mean, I'm sure if somebody said it to me, I'd be like, no, it was him. Even then at my meager age, So, I mean, it's when you're under pressure like that and somebody says, who done it? Sometimes it is just that, that doesn't mean it's a confession.
No.
These things work at adults, never mind young boys, young kids.
Yep, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They keep them in rooms for hours and just get them to confess to things that they not do.
Yep.
So Kazbat, you remember like what was it, 92? Those two little boys,
James Bulger kid.
Yeah, those two boys like took that kid off.
Yeah, Jamie Bulger.
Yeah, Jamie Bulger.
Was that? It was like on the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I was living in Scotland. Yeah, and now they're out, right? Like,
yes.
One of them back in.
Well, actually, isn't one of them
back in? I think so. Yeah, John Venables is back in.
John Venables got found with child porn on his computer, so he was taken back to prison.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One of the things I remember in my head, it was 92. I was pregnant with my son, and I remember the news and the images of those two boys guiding that little boy down the railroad tracks. Am I wrong in my?
No, it was through the shopping centre.
The shopping centre. The guided him out of the shopping centre. That's the footage that you can remember.
I mean, those are instances where you see these people actually did something wrong. And what you were saying about nobody was there to see Teresa die. Yeah. Nobody was there. Like, and that's the one thing that bothers me, that these two innocent men are in prison. It bothers me so much. And I said to you, Sharon, Ken Kratz, were you there? If you knew how this happened, he must have been there to see it, because nobody can tell how this innocent, beautiful woman that had so much to give to the world, and nobody was there to see it happen. And Stephen and Brendan will obviously, they didn't do it. No one will admit to it, but the fact that nobody is, sorry, I'm
frustrating. It is frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it is. And that's probably one of the reasons why, Kazbat, you just said enough's enough. There's more cases out there that need to be heard. Because there are so many, and it's not good if everyone's all doing the one.
Yeah, and I don't know why some cases are so interesting to people and others aren't. When one's just as tragic as the other. In most cases, we've lost somebody before we should have done. There is no victim that's more worthy than any other victim.
No, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense to me, and I've never managed to work out why that is. Why more cases get more interest.
So you and I are such on the same page with that. We're both.
Get it? Yeah.
Do you mind if I get a little off topic for just a second? I don't know if you guys have heard about what happened in Nova Scotia in Canada. No. An RCMP officer was killed in the line of duty. She was a woman. And with this whole COVID thing, it was actually a domestic dispute that caused carnage. 22 people have now been killed because of including the one that was causing it. So 22 people, look it up, in Nova Scotia 3 days ago, I think it was, like because of a domestic dispute, right? And then when you think about like Teresa, it's like she didn't like him anymore. Ryan wanted her. You know what I'm saying? Like domestic disputes are
phoning her, harassing her,
backbone to every murder. Like, what do you when someone's killed? Unless it's like a what do you call it? A serial killing.
Yeah.
When someone's murdered, who are the first people that you look to? The boyfriend, the husband, the mother, the father, the family members, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and why did they not look at Ryan? Why did they not look at Scott Blodorn?
Yes.
You know, like why were exactly right?
Yeah. Well, again, it's because they were blinkered about pinning it on Stephen.
Yeah,
exactly.
They didn't have any other motive. They didn't have any other cause in their investigation. That
it was
Stephen
all
guilty.
about money.
Mm-hmm. Lazy and convenient.
Yeah.
It was all about money. Stephen getting all that money, $36 million in his civil lawsuit. So, you know what? You can't hang your picture on that anymore. You have. I honestly think that Ken Kratz is about to come clean. I don't know what it is about it. I think he's about to come clean. I think he's going to make his conscience come clean. And I don't know what it is. I have a gut feeling about some things, and this is my feeling.
Yeah. I need to say one thing. Everything's on the website on Mam-A-Thon.org. Just all the information anybody needs for donating and stuff like that. Just look on the Mam-A-Thon.org. I've put all the wee thing there on the bottom of the screen so everybody can see. I believe there might be an issue with a link or something like that, but everything's on there. You'll get all the information on there for everything. Just sometimes these links can be temperamental when you're copying and pasting them and checking them and they work and then they don't work. So then you check them again and then they do work and then they don't work. So so best bet is just to, and thanks for everybody that's been trying to post them, but your best bet is, like I said in the thing, is to go on and look on the website and you'll see.
But if the moderators have links, the moderators will be able to post the links up if they have them.
Say that again, Kat. I didn't hear you.
The moderators, if the moderators have the links, the moderators will be able to post them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're frozen, I think.
I was just going to say, we're frozen.
I think we are.
That my computer just glitched out before. I was on 1 minute and my computer just shut down.
I don't think the three of us are, but we've definitely lost Sharon.
Yeah, are we still live?
Oh, yeah, Sharon's frozen. So, Sharon's Jane, frozen. While Sharon's still trying to come back, give us your thoughts.
On what? Which?
She'll be back.
Yeah,
she'll be back.
On which part?
On
which
yeah,
part?
which
I think you have some things to say about the interrogation, didn't you? That's where. Brendan's interrogation?
About Brendan, yeah.
No, I had something to say about the depositions in the 85 case, but Brendan's interrogation, yeah, I mean, you could, like Kazbat was saying, you don't, it doesn't take a scientist to realise what was going on in that interrogation room. Not at all. I mean, obviously it took the Judge Duffin to come along and overturn the conviction because he could see. I mean, he wrote a 91-page filing that, you know, overturned his conviction. And it was just a shame that 3 other federal judges also overturned it. And then it went to the en banc hearing, and then they lost 4-3. It just baffles me. It really does. It baffles me.
Welcome back, Sharon.
I'm so sorry. Living typical, innit? It's like when you're on in this internet. I'm so sorry.
At least you didn't end up like whenever I get frozen, I always end up like doing this face.
And Sharon,
for 10 minutes.
Jane was just giving her opinion. So thank you for coming back, and we love you. But we don't
Let's hear what Jane was. I want to hear what Jane was saying.
No, we were just talking about the interrogation, and I was just saying, you know, it's like Kazbat was saying, it doesn't take a genius to work out how wrong it was, and you know, and then it obviously went to Judge Duffin, who overturned it, and then the federal judges, and then it was just a shame that they then lost in the en banc hearing. But I believe a lot of it is political as well.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot about the money. It's very political. So yeah.
Oh God, hang on.
That's the one thing that bothers me about. Stop. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's saying I'm not live anymore on the telly.
You are.
Sure?
No, it says you're live.
Sure?
You are.
Right, shut the door and get out.
I'm watching you on YouTube on the other screen right now.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're like that. You're not live, and I'm like, but it says live there. Sorry.
The one thing that bothers me that's going on in this world right now with the coronavirus, with the United States election, even with, you know, and even in the United Kingdom. And I live in Scotland, and everyone says it's political. Why does it have to be political? I don't want someone to die from this virus. I don't want someone to die because they can't get access to NHS Scotland. And I feel sorry for my friends in England who have to pay for their prescription drugs, because in Scotland we don't have to do that. It's free.
Absolutely.
Right? I feel I feel that this should not be a political issue. It should be a human rights issue. And there's only been 2.5% of prisoners in Wisconsin that have been released from prison for nonviolent crimes. But Governor Evers has not granted clemency to anybody. And the one person that needs to get...
Oh, we lost.
Now we've lost Lorraine.
I'm
still
here. We have His Royal Highness here as well. His Royal Highness has appeared as well.
Is he here? Is he?
Yeah,
I'm here.
His Royal Dudness.
Hi, dude.
Hi, Erekose. This is Lorraine and Kazbat, and you know Jane.
So I just stopped in. I just stopped in after waking up and before breakfast to say hi and all that.
Oh, thanks.
So
what time is it there?
For me right now, it's 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you've not spoken to Kazbat before, have you, Erekose?
I don't think so.
Or Lorraine, actually. You've spoken to Lorraine in messages and stuff like that.
On Twitter a lot.
Yeah. She's our wee, you know, sharing your other videos, you know. She shares a lot of them. So, how did last night go? Are you feeling good about that, Erekose? How it all went?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
it was amazing.
It's a bummer that Amanda Knox had to cancel, but I feel confident we'll be seeing her in the near future.
Yeah.
Imagine nearly getting Amanda Knox.
Sydney was good.
Hey. Yes.
Hey, Erekose.
Yes.
Did you see that we were like giving you a smack the other night on Tuesday? Do you remember that?
do you mean? I would never do something like that.
We were, yeah, but it was in great fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that one of Sharon's test runs?
Yes. But we were giving you smack.
Right. Oh,
it was all light.
I would never do
all lighthearted.
Never.
All my friends in Scotland do that. It's just,
it's the way we show our love.
Yeah,
that's it. Because I always say that
yeah.
to you. It's the way we see if we don't bother, see if we don't noise you up or take the mickey or anything like that. You go, we don't like you.
That's it. If
you don't give them the time of day.
Yeah, if somebody don't like to you, they don't like you.
I say that to all my friends. If I don't make fun of you, then I don't like you.
Yeah.
I know.
That's it, yeah.
I know. Take it as a compliment.
So people that I really, really love get the most severe of jokes.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. Wee stones. It's all wee tiny wee stones. Lovingly put on. It's all wee tiny stones.
Oh, that's
took me hours, but it's worth it, I was like, I try to see. You were messaging me, and I was like, what is he saying? I can just see black stones, Oh, dear.
I think Jane has a question she wants to ask.
I know,
Erekose.
Yeah, we quite.
No, I was just showing my Ziggy badge.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. See, I'm sorry. There's so many people, and there's chat, and I'm excited, and I'm a wee Jane.
That's good, though. That's good.
Sydney's actually in the chat.
Eh?
Sydney, who was on with Erekose, is actually in the chat. So hi,
thanks
Sydney.
for coming on. Hi, Sydney. Thanks for coming on.
Erekose,
I'm hoping Sydney's gonna get me my mask that has the my profile pic on Facebook with the picture of Brendan.
Yeah,
where I stand with Brendan Daphne. I'm hoping she's gonna be able to get my mask where I got that image on it. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. So, but everybody's shows seems to be really good. It seems to be all, moving along nicely, and looking.
Okay, I love you.
See why I picked her? See why I picked you all? You all have unique things that I like about you. You do. See, that's it. Look at him. I'm not going to say anything. When he puts that on,
hello.
It's like one of the animal masks that people wear, Kazbat.
Okay, take it off. It doesn't become you.
It's
scary.
Really doesn't become you. It's like the scary face.
Erekose, do you see my flag?
Sorry, I don't have a little buddy.
William said something, and I have to put this up because it's so funny.
Yeah, is that where he's...
Oh, it's not going up. It's not going up.
At least he didn't say beam me up.
No.
Hey, dark side of the moon.
How's that not going up? It's not going up. I can't find it. It's a way up. I'm frightened to press it because when I press that computer, it goes shooshes away to a different page. But William said it's not stones, it's diamantes.
I am now quarantine ready.
Yes, quarantine ready. Beautiful. And do you know something, Kazbat? I've been a few times, I think I might have even said, I think I've said it twice in videos where I was talking about you in particular, about your arms shorter than the 6 foot.
Yes.
Yeah, and that if you accidentally hit somebody, it's their fault. Could you tell us about that, please?
Yes, if I accidentally punch somebody in the face, they're too close.
Yes.
Right.
My arm is a lot less short than 2 meters. If I can reach you and you get hit, well, that's just your bad luck.
Yeah.
Yes.
That reminds me of The Simpsons, where Bart and Lisa are having a fight, and so Lisa says, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna kick the air like this," and she starts kicking in front of her. And then Bart's like, "Well, I'm just gonna swing my arms like this, and if you get hit, it's your own fault." And they start walking towards each other.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was envisioning when she was saying that, and when I was telling the story, it was exactly what I was seeing, and I was that's why I would laugh away, laugh.
So there's two memes. there's two memes that I've seen that have come out, or memes, whatever you want to call them, memes. So one came out from New Jersey, and it says, you need to stay 1.05 Bon Jovis away from each other.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll post it. I'll post it to your Twitters. And the other one came out from New Zealand, that you need to stay one royal, meaning Lord. Yeah. You need to stay one royal away from each other. I'm like, and I'm killing myself laughing. It's like, where these guys come up with this stuff? I'm just like
3.2 Obi-Wan Kenobis.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just do random stuff. But Erekose, so you're trying to get so have you had any feedback from anyone? Anyone might be able to do you a mask? Have you seen anywhere that might do it with the Brendan thing on it?
Well, Sydney, who was on my show last night,
yeah,
her and her mom make masks.
Right, so you might be
telling me that her mom has the ability to take an actual picture and have it printed onto. I think it was either vinyl or fabric and everything. Right. I was like, dude, there we go. I can get my Brendan image on a mask.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll wear that. I'll wear that to work, folks. I'm essential, so I will be wearing that when I walk to the client's house. There's essential right there. I'll put Brendan where my mouth is.
Yeah.
I saw someone. Oh God, I'll find it. But remember, Sharon, I was telling you about the Prince and the Pervert podcast about Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh yeah.
They're actually doing masks, and it's got Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein pictures on it.
Right.
And the whole purpose is, if you can see this picture, you're standing way too freaking close to me.
Yeah.
Get the hell away. Yeah. But I gotta give kudos to all these people. I don't know if you heard that. What's his name? Sean Penn, another celebrity, but they're donating all this time and money to give testing, to do all this. Like, and it's amazing. It's amazing how many people are coming forward. And especially people that have the money, like all these celebrities. But then on the other side of the coin, I'm hearing people, oh, yeah, you're not doing enough. You know what? You step up and do something, because these people are doing at least something, right? And one of my favorite celebrities, Kristen Bell, her and her husband own a tenement, like a building in Los Angeles. They've told all their tenants, until this goes away, you don't have to pay any rent.
Oh, that's nice.
And to me, that makes all the difference in the world, right? Like,
the Scottish.
No. They're American.
It's like, get in there, you know.
but Kristen Bell is Anna from Frozen, right? Like, so,
right.
But I love her because she shares my last name, for one thing. But it's just like, when people have the money to do stuff like this and give people some sort of like, what's the word, you know, like strength and like just some comfort in what's going on in the world right now. Yep. When someone has the money to do that, you freaking do it, man. You really do. You step up and you do it. And this is what I love about people. Did you guys watch the Global Citizen thing last weekend?
No.
Oh, no. You miss. You can watch it on YouTube. 8.5 hours long. But the Global Citizen for the World Health Organization.
I'll have to wait until I've got a day off to do that.
Yeah. I know, it's like, I'm starting to catch up the Innocence Files, and I'm saving the Innocence Files for after.
The stuff from like a year ago I still haven't watched.
Have you seen Making a Murderer?
But
Speaking of
the global citizen thing is all about music and it's about bringing people together. Yeah. It was so amazing. It was so amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, I am watching the Innocence Files because they're on a limited window.
Yes.
I think on UK Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They've got so long.
Yeah, get that watched.
Oh, right.
Yeah, do watch it.
What do you?
Well, I'm only up
what
to
do you mean
episode...
on a limited window?
Well, it said that
maybe
we'll have it on sort of.
There might.
Yeah. We've lost her. It was on some sort. It did say it was like a special or something like that, which suggests it's limited. Let me have a look on Netflix. And I was thinking I better watch these now because otherwise I'm going to lose them.
They're
and then I'll be
good.
gutted because I really want to watch them.
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm up to episode 4, and then obviously with Mam-A-Thon coming up, I've had to take a break from it. But I'll go straight back to it once.
So, speaking of Innocence Files, you guys see last night that Drizzen, Knight Rider, Buting, Rudolph, Sonia Pfeiffer, we're all doing a live
tweet.
Episode 8, live tweet while they were watching episode 8 all together in their own homes, but they were all live tweeting together. So they had originally, I don't know if you guys noticed, they had originally set this thing to start at about 9 o'clock Central. Okay, folks, think about to last night. What was happening at 9:30 p.m. Right?
You were starting.
So I had been.
The man.
I was just joking around, and I hope they understood that. I was just joking around, and I kept saying, "Oh, now we're competing with Steven Drizzen and Laura Knight Rider and David Rudolph." I'm like, well, after you're done watching the Innocence Files, head on over to my channel. You'll be just in time for the Steve Moore interview, and, type of stuff. And so I was having fun. Well, yesterday Jerry Buting saw what I was saying, and he actually was so fun. He came back with, "Oh, we're not competing. We're just the warm-up act." And I'm like, I couldn't ask for better, So I was like, so then he ended up later on. I think what happened is they moved it from 9 because they ended up starting at 8.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh my God, they just moved the entire event an hour, forward. And then after they were done, Jerry Buting did a tweet giving us all a huge shout out and sending people over to my channel.
That's
I was like,
nice.
Amazing.
It's like Moira Demos retweeted some of the stuff that people were putting out as well. I saw some retweets that came up saying that she'd retweeted some stuff.
I saw some by the phone Moira Demos, but I have to go look back and look. But
right.
I saw someone saying something about a fake account.
Right.
Of Moira, so I don't.
Maybe. But then some people were saying that was a fake. There's always the accounts, isn't there? You don't know. That's how you just go, right, okay. Maybe it's not Donald Trump tweeting all the time.
If only.
Maybe it's somebody else.
Only that was true.
Well, Donald Trump's Twitter account is verified. So is actually the actual Moira Demotions. I believe it's also verified. So when it comes to celebrities, they can actually get their stuff verified.
Yeah.
So,
but what was I going to say? But everybody in the chat, there's loads of people. There's 53 people watching, which is like a surprise. It's like there's loads of people, and we're at 48 minutes in already, and it's like, and I've only got a wee slot. They don't love me enough to give me a big slot.
That's not true.
Can we put up some information, Sharon?
Is the weegie about to have a pity party?
That's true.
It's early in the day for that, pet.
I know. For some. Oh dear. But I'm clicking on Lorraine to try and get her back in, but it's not letting her back in. I'm sorry, Lorraine. I might be having technical difficulties. I might be having technical difficulties. Has that ever happened to you, Erekose, when you've had something in StreamYard, but when you click them, it disappears again?
Oh, so because
she's came back in as if she's coming in. I click it and it's away. She's away again. She's maybe having.
It sounds like maybe she might be having issues on her end. Then it sounds like maybe her Wi-Fi may be dropping out or something.
Yeah.
Because if you click her, she should have been clicked back in.
Because I'm clicking it and it's not.
It'll say add. It'll say have a little plus.
Yeah, there's
they
wee
need
plus.
to be added. And, if they're already in the stream and you go and mouse over that little picture down there, it'll have a subtract so that you can pull them out of the broadcast if you wanted. So,
oh no, got in there again.
There she is.
Lorraine, it keeps disappearing. I'm so sorry. Sorry for all the folk that I've missed you.
Good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You missed Kazbat. No, the dirty talk.
Yeah.
No, I heard it all. I was listening to it.
I resemble that remark.
Oh dear.
My boyfriend said that to me. I resemble that remark.
By the way, since I'm on with so many Scots, you like the shirt, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, very good.
Because he's got Scottish roots, haven't you?
So
Scottish roots.
California's state flag up here, and then Scotland here. So,
yeah, you know what?
I bought 2 of them.
Erekose, you've explained that to us so many times. We're sick and tired of
I'm so damn proud of it. I love it. I'm proud of my home state of California because I believe that we were, honestly ahead of most states with the COVID measures. And
yes, you guys were. Gavin Newsom, oh my God, he's been amazing. Like, your governor in California, he's been amazing. And I wish I could thank him personally, but no, he's been a god. And also Andrew Cuomo. You know what? We need leaders like this. We need leaders like Cuomo, Newsom, Sturgeon, even Nicolette. We need these leaders. Yes.
Hey, when she's wearing those heels, you might be right about right.
You keep saying you guys. If anyone's not seen that video, it's so funny. One of the ones that Erekose did.
I do want to say something about the SMP though, and the leadership. I love what Nicola's doing. I am an SMP supporter. Once we get Scottish independence, I'm not necessarily going to support the SMP, right? I'm going to support, right? I'm going to support whatever government is going to give us our best. Yeah. Sorry? Erekose, I think you interrupted the beginning of my sentence, or the middle of my sentence with the beginning of yours.
Right, calm down, everybody.
What I was going to say was that people will most likely fragment into other parties after independence.
Exactly, right? The only party that's going to give us right now independence is going to be the SMP. Doesn't necessarily I'm going to vote for them later. However, that's the only way forward right now where Scottish independence is going. Okay, yes.
I've got a question. Let's go back to.
Is it about making a murderer?
Yeah, let's go back to that because that's what we're here for anyway, right? So
yes.
We all like true crime, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hands up, everybody. Yeah, right. Okay. So, Lorraine? Don't you go first. Let everybody else go first because let everybody else go first, right? And then I'll come to you. Right?
Like you think that I'm a braggart or something?
No. I mean, I'll go in sequence. Kazbat, Jade, Erekose, and you. I'm just going to go in sequence.
Oh, you're going to let Erekose go before me? Oh, well, that could take ages.
Yeah, but he's after.
Never shuts up, man. Jeez.
I know, right? So anyway, I'll ask Kazbat first, the other goddess.
I just hit my head.
What makes this case so different then, in your opinion, that you think?
Why is it different?
Yeah, why do you think everybody's just gone crazy for it?
For this
to
case
other true crime things. Yeah.
Because, well, good old Netflix gave it a lot of exposure, really. There's the key to that. There are many injustices done everywhere, every day. And I think when you are speaking out in defense of Stephen and Brendan, you're speaking out in defense of other people who are also innocent, who have been, for want of a better word, sort of hoodwinked or cajoled into prison because it suits people get tunnel vision and they want to prosecute them. As Stephen Avery, this has happened not just once but twice.
Yes.
Which shows how commonplace it is. And I think that's why it is. It's because we all get riled up by a lack of justice, or most of us do anyway. And that's what the theme was. But it's concentrated in one place. But now it's starting to filter out into other cases. It's not like these are the only people this has happened to. It's not by a long chalk.
No, exactly. Jane, if you get any thoughts?
Yeah, I personally gravitated towards Making a Murderer because of obviously seeing because Stephen had been not only convicted the first time, but then a second time as well. And if it hadn't have been for seeing Making a Murderer on Netflix, I wouldn't have even known this kind of thing happened. You know, I just wouldn't have known. Netflix gave it the exposure, or gave me the exposure that because I just didn't think this was humanly possible. And then obviously more so gravitated towards Making a Murderer because of Brendan, and because of how I felt watching Brendan in that interrogation, and how upset and angry. Well, the whole thing made me angry, but you know, particularly Brendan just made me so angry. And, you know, basically it's just shed a light for me on so many other wrongful conviction cases and so many other documentaries.
Absolutely. And you'll like this one, Erekose. Jamie said ladies first, so Erekose, if you get any thoughts.
Ladies first, you're calling him a lady?
In fact, I shared my thoughts in live chat.
He's got less facial hair than me, so he's all right.
He's a lady.
Whoa.
He's a ladies' man.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying.
You look like a lady.
Oh, do you know,
dude looks like a lady.
Kazbat, what's your other channel called again? The one where you put your beautiful singing on?
It's called Kazbat Sonar.
Right, everybody get looking, because I love her singing. Your singing's amazing, honestly. It's we all should have done a Milli Vanilli and got her to sing where Get on the Train bits for us.
Okay. Can I say something about Milli Vanilli?
Oh, God.
In the 90s, I would walk into a party and they would all sing as soon as I walked in, "Blame it on Lorraine."
Oh, yeah, because of that.
Because my name is Lorraine and that was the song.
Right.
So, Lorraine.
Yes.
Why do you think this case is different? I know everybody else has kind of answered that, but if you get a thought, because I don't want to leave you out.
This case is different because it is shedding so much light on the corruption in law enforcement. And you can think whatever you want about Brendan and Stephen, because you know what? Stephen is not an innocent man. Stephen has done some guilty things in his life.
Yeah.
But that's not what the focus. But that's not what the focus needs to be on.
No.
These are corrupt law enforcement people that are blaming him, and I said to you before, I think Ken Kratz is about to cave. I do believe he's about to cave. I think he's going to do something righteous to save his own ass. That's my opinion. But this is my thing. I think it's just all about corruption. All about corruption.
Yeah.
So
I would say you didn't ask me.
I did ask you.
No, I don't. Well, here's why I say Making a Murderer is so much.
I did ask him. I said ladies first, and you said you answered it in the chat.
Oh, I talked. Well, I meant I answered. Jamie.
Oh, did you mean Jamie? All right,
anyway,
sorry. His royal rudeness.
For me, this is real simple how to point this out of why Making a Murderer seemed to just blow the doors off of all of the true crime documentaries. Folks, Stephen Avery was wrongfully convicted once.
He was duped.
They did what they did to him now. That's why people paid attention. Oh, wait. Let me add the crowning turd on this crap Sunday. And that's Brendan Dassey. What they did to Brendan Dassey. So if you add all that together, it's just compelling. Like you're just going, what the hell are they using for brains in this area?
How do people get away with this? Is the biggest question I have.
Yes.
How do people get away with this?
Yes. How is it even possible?
Happen? Yes. How does I was so incredulous.
Yeah. Absolutely. I ask myself the same question every single day. How is this even happening? How is it even going on?
Yeah.
Why is nothing been done about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it aggravates me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm on with Dr. Sandra Lean tomorrow, which is really exciting. She's the criminologist. Anyway, thank you. And I mean, she's been tirelessly working hard for the Luke Mitchell case. Anybody wants to have a wee nosy at that, they should have a wee nosy on Dr. Sandra Lean's YouTube channel, and you'll see some of her stuff that she's put up. So that you are all well informed for tomorrow.
I'll put all the links in
questions.
I'll put all the links in tomorrow for the Luke Mitchell case.
Thank you. Because he's, I mean, I won't go into all that today because we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah. But most people thought, oh, that would never happen here in the UK, or Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland, whatever part of the UK.
Yes, it would.
You would think, exactly. It happens anywhere. It happens anywhere. So I think that's why, rightfully so, we're all, outraged, when it happens to anyone, So, but Jerome's here. Lorraine's still clicking in and out when I'm going to click it, and it's not letting me add her. Lorraine, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening with this link.
Just keep trying. She came back last time, didn't she?
I don't want it to distract too much away and keep. Do you know what I mean? I'll get a heavy boss. I'll be like, I'm not letting you in. Can't you get a link to work? Yo, weegie. Well, here's Jerome. You've not Jerome.
Hello, Jerome.
Jerome's from Belgium.
Hello. Yeah, from Belgium. Hi, Kazbat.
Hi, Jerome.
Hi, Jerome.
It's Kazbat. Everybody knows each other apart from Jerome and Kazbat. I think I'm at a party or something. I'm inviting people. I'm like, do you want to drink a juice? Do you want some Iron Brew? Do you want some Iron Brew?
Iron Brew.
Make yourself comfortable, Come on in.
I love Iron Brew. That's one of my emojis on my channel. One of my member emojis is a can of Iron Brew.
When I send Kazbat a wee super chat now and again, I send you a wee super chat now and again, and I say cuddles and Iron Brew and cuddles, don't I? I know that's what I say to her. Just like £2. I say that's right, Iron Brew and cuddles. Like when she needs a wee cheery up or something like that. If somebody's been getting on your nerves or something like that, So it's the same as I do.
As if anybody would.
No, I know exactly. And she's Kazbat showing off because she's got a green screen, but she's not using it.
I'm not using it, no.
But I said to her, I thought it was a shower curtain the first time, didn't I? I said, "Are you sure it's not a shower curtain?" But it is a green screen.
It is a green screen. It's just a bit tiny because it's been rolled up on the top of the green screen frame. So it's because since I've started working from home about 4 weeks ago, I've got a desk on this side of the room and a desk on that side of the room, and that's the desk that I use for work, and this is the desk that I use for entertainment.
Well, okay.
The reason I pulled this down is because I realised you could see my laptop and my pens and my notepads and all that malarkey.
We've all seen it before. Starting with no seen before.
Well, yes.
Don't worry about that at all. Don't worry about that at all.
Paul's funny using Erekose's background.
Oh, yeah. No. See, did you watch the one where it says 10 minutes later and he's opening the whiskey?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Erekose?
No.
On Paul's channel, he did a video where he was kidding on he was in your studio, and then he's done another one that says 10 minutes later,
Right.
and he's opening up a box of whiskey, taking the bottle out as if he's in your studio,
Right.
because he's got your background and he's looking like he's drinking all your whiskey. Oh, it's so funny.
Right.
Because he was like that. Where's the whiskey in here? And I'm like, to the left, beside the Dalek. So Jerome's show was
next
on
to the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, well, Jerome was on just before me, weren't you, Jerome? Your show went well. You were happy with it.
Oh yeah. It was a great pleasure for me to be part of this great event, and it's really touched me because I can help. I can help. All I can do. It's that, and I'm really happy to be with you, and to be in this community to continue to talk about Stephen and Brendan and Teresa, and talk about another case, and we are all here for seeking justice for. So it's a really good cause. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud. I'm really honored to be here on your channel, Sharon, and to be on this event. Sorry for my English, Kazbat.
That's all right. You speak English better than I do, Jerome.
I don't think so, but it's good. But I try to do my best.
You do very well.
He does.
I couldn't go on and speak French on a Belgium channel.
No.
I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't. But he's got his own channel, and it's the.
Yeah, but if you want come in Belgium, the day you come in Belgium, you come and I learn you French with this little thing. It helped a little bit.
You take a wee drink of that and you're like, parlez-vous français?
Exactement.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jerome
French
liked
is
my t-shirt I had on earlier. Sorry, Jerome.
No, go ahead.
So you liked my t-shirt that I had on earlier on your chat.
Yeah, your t-shirt
It
is
says
really,
bonjour.
really
I had a t-shirt that says bonjour.
Yeah.
I love that. I bought
in
it
French. It was really, really kind of you to do
I thought I'll
that.
go and put that on for going on to Jerome's channel.
Oh, like I say, it was really kind of you to do that for me because it was a gift for me.
Yeah,
And
it was like the gift of me and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that, you know?
Yeah. For me, it's a guest because it comes from your heart, and for me, it's a real guest, a real gift, because you can offer stuff to people one time per year, and don't think about that all the rest of the year. But we are not like that. We love each other, all each other, and if
Mam-Fam.
Mam-Fam.
Mam-Fam. We all look out for each other. We do.
And
we're a great bunch.
I never wait to tell somebody then I love you, and I would like to say I love you all of you. I love
He's
you.
a wee charmer, isn't he? I say that. You're a wee charmer.
No,
charming the ladies.
Even the dude.
Even the dude.
Oh, the dude.
You mean especially the dude?
Especially the dude, because the dude for me is. Oh my God. Excuse me, dude, but you touch me. You touch me a lot because you have made some huge huge job on your channel, and you continue, and you are really involved in this, and you do that with your art, like me and like everyone here. And all the time I see your video, I see you speaking.
I'm gonna have to leave. The cops are coming for me. No.
Yeah.
You're back. I'm sorry, Lorraine. It wasn't working when I was. I don't know.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Don't worry. It's all good.
Lorraine, that's Jerome. Jerome, this is Lorraine.
Yeah. No, I was listening to
Hello,
Jerome.
Lorraine.
Yeah, we each other.
Hello, Jerome.
Who's wanting a cup of tea?
Keep going. Keep going, Jerome. I love what you're saying.
Please continue, Jerome. We love what you're saying.
Yeah,
the dude touches you.
Yeah, I was.
Can we find a different word?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm touched. I'm touched by.
You're getting emotional. I get emotional.
I'm emotional by this guy, because this guy
has. Who, Erekose?
Yeah. This guy has changed my life, and in the good way, and a real good way, because.
Oh, is there a good way to get emotional about Erekose? Hey, Erekose, I love you. I do. I love you.
Love you guys too.
No.
And dude, all the time I watch your video, I see you, and you do that with your art, and you do that very well, and all the time you are really perfect. That's my opinion.
Art?
That's my opinion. But
what?
Is it heart? It's heart.
Is it an art or is it a heart? Yeah.
Heart.
Like art.
And he's no Erekose either.
Excuse my English.
No, well, no slag, Jerome.
Or what we say in Canada, excuse my French.
But
they don't say that in Quebec.
like I said, you're a great human being, and because of you, today I'm here. Sharon is here. Lorraine is here. Kazbat is here. Jen is here.
Yeah.
Everybody is here.
Yes.
You are the dude. Bravo.
Yeah. And they're not kidding when they say the dude abides. But anyways.
The dude abides.
Wait a minute.
And you do the job. You do the job, bro.
Hey, I'm just passionate about Stephen and Brendan. I'm passionate about Stephen and other cases as well. But when it comes down to it, in the end, there's two things I try to stay focused on. That's number one, remaining humble, and number two, focusing on what's important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get drawn off by the drama, folks. Drama is red herring. It's a wasted effort. It's just so stay focused, stay humble, and keep it
classy.
Stephen and Brendan, and that's the way to go.
Okay, so I have a question.
Tends to fall into place when you
Sharon,
do those
before you go on. I have a question. Did anyone see the Laura, Steve Drizzen, Jerry Buting thing?
Yes.
You were talking
yesterday?
About that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see it live. I haven't watched it, but they did this whole question and answer thing. It had a lot to do with the Innocent Files on on Netflix. Did any of you guys get to enjoy that? See that?
I never saw it.
No,
I wanted to.
I've seen all the episodes of Innocent Files.
Just saw 2 episodes.
No, but Laura Nyrider and Steve Drizzen and Jerry Buting, they did something on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, Erekose was talking about that.
It was like 8:00 Eastern time yesterday. Yes. Did you guys get to?
Right.
I was sleeping, so.
Yeah, it was. So what they were doing was they were arranging to get together. They're all in their own homes or whatever, but they were arranging to watch episode 8 of The Innocence Files together while they were live tweeting. And so that's what they were doing. And so I was interacting with them. I was talking, I'd sent something over because I was making fun and going, oh, now we got to compete with Drizzt, Knight Rider, Buting, and Rudolph and everything. I'm like,
everybody.
And I'm just having fun with it. I'm like, geez, whatever. And so I said, hey guys, after you're done with The Innocence Files, jump on over to my channel for Mam-A-Thon. And it should be just in time for my thing with Steve Moore. Well, eventually Jerry Buting.
Oh, the ego!
So then Jerry Buting came back with, it's not competition, we're the warm-up act, which is I'd be cracking up and everything. And so I was like, I couldn't ask for better. And then after they were done doing their little live tweet thing, and they'd finished episode 8, Jerry did this really cool tweet where he was telling everybody, now go on over to Mam-A-Thon and go over and check out
Exactly.
And I was just like, oh, dude, Jerry's
I know.
I saw that Jerry pushed everyone over to Mam-A-Thon. No, and I think that was pretty freaking amazing of him, and that, oh my God, that was sweet. It's really good. You and yeah.
I mean, they can't participate for their own reasons, but that doesn't mean they can't give you a shout out.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly.
It's really good, which is still does a lot.
As soon as he did it, I picked up, since he's made that tweet, I picked up about, I think I'm around 15 to 18 new followers since then, since last night. It's like, so just him saying that has now gotten me about, anyway. So
that's awesome.
Well, thanks everybody in the chat. I've been keeping an eye on you. But these toe rags, I need to keep an eye on them because if I just keep looking at the chat, there we go, rack and ruin, the place would go.
Well, I am going to go get some breakfast, folks, because my stomach is rumbling. So,
well, thank you for coming in.
Bon appetit.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yep.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Good to see you, Jane.
Thank you, Erekose.
Bye. I'll see you soon.
Hey, Jerome, I am so thankful to meet you, Jerome. Thank you.
See you later, Jerome.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, guess what? It's
Jerome, I'm so thankful to meet you, really.
Oh, thank you. Me too. Frankly.
What? I'm nearly at 1 minute 20. I've only got 13 minutes left in my show. 13 minutes.
Well, so have you got any other questions you wanted to ask, Sharon? I'm sure you've got loads.
Well, I have other questions, but they're a bit...
they're a bit serious?
Yeah, and it's like, it doesn't feel like, it's not feeling like that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like,
well,
if you prepared
one of the things I was thinking was, if we only went on the collected evidence and not how it was collected, would any of you have doubts about Stephen and Brendan?
No.
Not at all.
See, that's good, because a lot of the people would have doubts, wouldn't they? They would be saying, oh, well, there's this and there's that, and there's, if you've got doubts of how it's collected, then how can you not have doubts that it might be, and all that sort of thing, right? So, well, there's that one out of the way. Wow, that was quick. Right, next.
I don't think they collected evidence. I just think they collected, stuff to throw back in Stephen's face. That was not evidence. What they did. Anyway, that's my opinion.
I agree.
So, do you think that Making a Murderer was designed to dupe us, as many say? Or do you think it was designed to encourage us to talk about wrongful convictions and to basically do what we're doing now on these platforms?
Yes.
Yes, you should question things.
What have you got on now, Kazbat? Have you got bats on?
With bats?
See why I love her? See why I love her, Jerome? She's brilliant. Jerome, you need to watch her channel. You have to watch her channel.
Yeah, okay.
You will have a new love. You will love Kazbat. You will. I don't mean she's married and that, but I mean you'll have a new love and you'll be like, I can't believe how, that's what I mean.
Kazbat, I was not aware of you until today, but I will be aware of you from now on.
Please be. So I'm happy to be.
I will. I'll be following. I will be following the SHIT out of you because I was told I'm not allowed to swear on this channel.
Or sweary words. People can
put it on my hands. Remember, I said I'm not allowed to say the B word.
You just need to be creative about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm hoping that at least that the people are here, that they might be able to work out when you spell a word what it means. There's a bar that I'm hoping that you've all met, you know.
would like to think so.
We'd like to think so. But there might be some guilt.
I'm trying to hit that bar, Sharon. I promised that I wasn't going to swear, and I haven't yet.
Thank you.
I'll spell it out, but I won't swear.
Right. So who do you want to put your question to first, Sharon?
Right. Well,
Jane.
I mean, Jane, I think that feels like you, Jane, this question.
Sorry,
because
can you repeat the question again?
Of course. And I'll read a different one just to confuse you. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, I was saying, do you think that Making a Murderer was designed to dupe us as many say, you know, on the guilter side, they all say, you're duped by a documentary, or do you think it's designed to get us all engaged like we are?
I think it was put there so people could see what was going on, and no, I definitely don't think it was put there to dupe us at all. No. Definitely not. No. I'll let someone else. I'm making it quick because I know we're
Kazbat, do you have any thoughts on that?
I just think the reason that they filmed it is because the situation was unusual to start with, and they thought they were onto something. They were absolutely right. And seeing the flagrant misjustice and how things are got away with day to day, I think that was great because a lot of people knew it was going on already, but then more people knew, and that's all for the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Jerome? and that's exactly my opinion about Making a Murderer. It's like they did the first season, and it was, and the two directors, I can't remember their names. I'm sorry.
Laura.
Laura.
Laura. And I apologize that I don't remember their name. But they were looking at this because of what Stephen went through. And then he got reconvicted, right? Yeah. They didn't even see when they first made the first season that this was going to be the outcome. They had no idea that when they did the first season, they just saw somebody that got arrested, convicted for a crime they did not commit, and then all of a sudden he's getting convicted again. That was the whole reason, and they've said this on live TV. They've in many interviews, and the fact that this has got traction in terms of views, everyone's watching this movie now or docuseries. I mean. It's now becoming a phenomenon, and it bothers me in so many ways because these two men are convicted of crimes they did not commit, and then how many other people? And there was a documentary that I was watching a few days ago, and it's like 8.9 people are in jail for crimes they didn't commit.
Yeah.
And nobody's working on those cases. Nobody is touching those cases. 8.9 people.
But the Innocence Project simply don't have the funding for it.
They don't. Yeah.
They get loads of applications and they can't take up even a tenth of them.
Exactly.
I think it was about 52,000 they received. Should we let Jerome answer?
Aye, that's what I was going to say. See, that's annoying. I hate that when that goes in and out and all that. It annoys me because you get in a flow and then, Jerome.
Yes.
I'll say it again what I said, right? But I won't say it the way I said the question, right? The people who believe they're guilty right, say we were tricked by making a murderer into believing that they are innocent, do you feel like you were tricked by the program?
Not at all, because I have do by myself my own research, and with Erekose's channel, with other channel, and with Reddit stuff, and Discord and all the stuff. And but when I see for the first time MAM, I was convinced. I was after completely convicted, of Steven, and Brendan was completely innocent, and the killer was still running. So, but that's why after I've made my own research to go deeper in the case. So, if the guilters thinks that, I just want to address them an advice. Do like me. Do your own research. Do the job. And after that, we will talk.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
Very well
Can I just say from the chat,
I like that. Yes, I've seen that.
Donation update.
Yeah.
800 sorry, I wish not just yet. $185 for Stephen and Brendan.
Wow.
So that's amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and sizzle some fajitas.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Yeah.
Don't make mine too hot. For having me. Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute honour, and it's lovely to meet you. And can I just say, anybody that's passing through, if you're not subscribed to Sharon yet, please do, because her videos are really great. She's really good at putting the emphasis on the victims of a crime. And I think that's something that's very much lacking sometimes. So if you could give her your support, I would love you forever.
Thank you. Definitely. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
All right, sweet people.
I'll speak to you soon. I hope to get you on again.
You know where I am.
You and I'll have a week later, we know.
Indeed.
Enjoy your dinner.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
I just love
lovely.
So I've got like 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
So it's went well. I feel it's went well. I'm saying that, I'm like, it's great, But no, I mean, it's an hour and a half goes in too quick, doesn't it?
Really
you don't get
quick.
a chance to get like really into things when, there's a lot of people and stuff like that, but
it's fine.
Is there anything else you want to say? Is there anything else you wanted to say, Jane?
Donate, people.
If you can.
If you can, yeah.
Don't tell them internet's again.
Yeah, if you can, donate.
Donate. It's not an obligation, but
yeah.
If you can't,
I know
because
the links.
It just goes.
Yeah. Go on the Mam-A-Thon.org website, and it tells you all the places where you can donate if you can't go through all the
all the
links.
Information.
But there's loads of other sources. Yeah.
So
we've all got lots of different links. There's all sorts of things and stuff like that. There's loads of different ways.
Yeah, I've got
not so much for the. But I mean, you can even go on the Avery Salvage Art website and get yourself a jumper.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Get yourself a jumper. Get yourself a hat. People in the studio go, "What's Avery Salvage Art?" And you go, "I've got a story for you," and then you can tell them what happened.
It's a proper story starter.
Yeah. So I mean, and their stuff's really nice. They've got all different colours of t-shirts and all that sort of thing. But which is an ideal thing for UK people.
If I can tell something, I think
sure. I've got another minute or so.
Okay, I think it's really it's my opinion, but I think it's really important to help Dolores and Alan, because when they had destroyed the life of Stephen and Brendan, they destroyed also all the families of every families, all the Dassey family. They destroyed everything with this stuff. So for me, it's really important to help Dolores and Alan. So
yeah,
if you want help them, go on Mam-A-Thon.org. I think the link is here. Is there on Mam-A-Thon on
yes, it's all on. Yeah.
So go ahead, and if you can, please help them. And it's not an obligation, but
it's
a good
still
thing.
It's good, Jerome.
It's a good thing to
yeah.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah. So everybody jump over to Mobility. I'm sure you'll all be desperate to go over there and get all the news and all the stuff, all the wee tidbits. And oh, hang on, Lorraine's there just to quickly say cheerio to everybody. I'm sorry, Lorraine. I was ticking it. Oh, you okay?
Bye, Lorraine.
We're just all saying bye.
Don't worry.
See you all later. Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can I say something? I want to thank you, Sharon. I want to thank you, Jane. And I want to thank you, Jerome. You guys are amazing. And thank you so much for everything that you do for this cause. Teresa is a bright light, and she will never be forgotten.
Yeah, that's true.
Never.
So thank you, everyone, for watching.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
See you all on the other side.
You know how to get out, don't you? You know how to get out.
Yes.
So you all click out and then. Thank you all for coming. Everyone in the chat. And thanks. Subscribe. Jerome, you're still here. So I know everybody's over at Mobility, and I'm just going to say, I want to say thanks everybody. I can't believe an hour and a half goes in so quick, and I hope that y'all, I sound American, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I tried to keep up with the chat as much as I could, but obviously when there's like so many people and, you know, and then you've got the chat and all that sort of thing, and I did not even try and put the thing on the screen, because when there was 6 of us, it would have just hidden the bottom people. But anyway, everybody jump over to Mobility and keep on donating to Stephen and Brendan. I'll say it again, go on the website, you get all the links for how to make donations. It's so important that they know that we care about them. And I hope everybody else has an amazing time on the show, and I'll look forward to seeing you all over there when I'm on the chat. So, hi Mitch. So everybody's to subscribe to me. That's what Kazbat says. And everybody's to subscribe to me because that's what Jerome said. So do it if you wish. But I'll see you all soon. And I feel like I'm in one of these phone calls where I say, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. But anyway, honestly, thanks everybody for being here. And I'm so honoured to be part of this. And I shall catch you all very soon in another video. Bye. And this is where I do the awkward face, ending the broadcast. So take care, everybody. Bye.